The one table wanted to know if there was going to be more wrestling.
There is not.
Okay.
All right, welcome, one and all. We're here again. It's the Week 8 Heat Check. We're here at the Commission of Conciliary on a chilly but not unpleasant October evening just before Halloween. How are you doing today?
I am doing very well, Conciliary. It's a great day to be out recording the show.
Yeah, last weekend was action-packed. I think Sunday was a really big success, don't you?
It was awesome. Thank you for all the owners who came out and all of our friends in the league that came out. It was a really, really fun time. Yeah, it's been a great time. I mean, Sunday was just a blast for everyone who's involved with the Philadelphia Phillies. Because
or the Eagles. Didn't have to worry about that.
We didn't have to worry about that. They still remained undefeated. And the Phillies clinched. And then we had a great time at the Funhouse for Sunday Fun Day.
Westy, your buffet was exceptional.
Thank you.
You really gotta save that lasagna recipe. That was something else.
Yes.
I got a couple of bumps and bruises from my tussle with Buka.
Yes, I have. I would love to hear about your little trip to the emergency room.
Yeah, well, you know, in our line of work on the linoleum, you know, there are some occupational hazards, and those came to light on Sunday. My head and neck were at risk, but it turned out that I actually hurt my foot.
Well, thank God that you can't walk. Well, you limped away okay.
Yeah, I busted my foot on Buka's thick skull, but I got away. I went to the ER on Monday, and they told me I had no brakes, and it's feeling much better today.
Speaking of which, it was an incredible fight, I must say.
Thank you.
It was an incredible fight.
If you guys missed it, reach out. We'll get you video. So, of course, the most important thing, really, that happened on Sunday was we got to present the 10 pounds of gold to Rob.
Good for him.
How about it? Now, we of course had the recording equipment on hand, so we managed to get that on tape, which we will now cut and bring to you.
Hey, everybody! Hey! Hey, listen, everybody! Hey, everybody! Here we go. Let's go do that, but since we already started,
Sports. It's in the game.
for all you guys who are part of Fantasy Football League Funhouse number 2, you're all here. Thank you for showing up. For those of you who are not part of the league, we have a podcast that you can listen to called The Heat Check. So be one of our audience members and you'll know what the hell is going on. So with that said, today is the day that we have the official Westy Fantasy Football League Championship belt. And no, I don't know what the name of the league is yet.
That's a horrible name for the belt.
I am the commissioner, so I can do whatever the hell I want. So, with that being said,
Veto.
can we please see the belt? That sounds like the Godfather, because it goes to the Godfather himself, the guy who actually cheated his way to the championship last year, Robert. What's his team's name?
There you go, bro. Dirty Sanchez.
Danny Sanchez! Last year's winner. Congratulations, buddy. We're proud for the next 3 weeks.
It doesn't matter.
Speech!
One word. Repeat.
And interestingly enough, I don't know if it's coincidence, I don't know if it's what, I don't know if it's just the mystery man just being what he is a smoke and mirrors, but the defending champ is now in a position to actually defend that belt because he leapfrogged Mystery Men in the standings this week.
That's right. Dirty Sanchez D's now occupies the second seed.
Yes, he does. But remember who occupies the first seed. Just so y'all know.
I don't think anybody's forgotten.
Just so you know.
So let's talk about the side pool. Of course, as you all heard, the drama, the intense, real drama last week as
Yes.
Dion came running in at number 30 in the Royal Rumble.
That was unreal. And with little surprise.
And of course, he did win the pool out of 6 of us with Travis Kelce. But you know what?
Guess who would have won the
Commish,
pool?
if we had just had the right 7th, that wouldn't have been the case.
Yes, once again, the irrelevant did not pony up $5. And he would have won again, which might have been the 3rd time, maybe?
We got to keep like a tally of the amount of money that he's lost by not betting.
Yeah. Well, I guess maybe he's all in. He thinks he's really going to win this thing. So he's like, I don't need that side money. I'm going to get the pot.
There's good money
And then,
in these
but
side
be careful.
pools.
If he gets the belt, he might pawn it.
That's right. I got to go tell Easy Money not to accept it.
Yeah.
We got a weird one this week that I've been looking forward to. It is the highest scoring bench.
Oh, this is an interesting one because I wonder if our man Mark, big time, the money man, the treasurer himself, Mark, who does an excellent job running these side bets. Don't tell the FBI. I wonder if he came up with this because he knew that there would be a bunch of buys this week. And so a lot of benches are depleted because their starting lineup has to be basically their bench has to become their starting lineup. And due to injury, that happens also.
To avoid such conspiracy theories, we did come up with the list prior to the draft.
That's nice.
Just to further insulate us from any kind of
so yes, he
wrongdoing.
had no idea when people's bye weeks were. Mm-hmm. But the fact is, he did do it during when bye weeks were permanent. Were prominent.
It's true
which
that
is
this.
Interesting.
If we do this one like next season, I think we should do this like week 1.
Season. Yeah.
You know, or because I think they're still doing.
But it will be interesting. The thing is that like for example, I gotta be honest with you, I can't enter. I have 3 people on bye. I can't enter. Or I could do what Clayton proposed on the. How about that? Clayton proposed it on the chat, man. Yo, man, we gotta look out for that dude because he had a pretty good idea.
Yep.
Because he knows he's a dumpster fire. He ain't winning shit at the end of the year, so you might as well get that money now.
I don't know.
and do what he can do.
I'm favored against him this week, but I've seen people win as bigger underdogs.
True. I mean, I don't know. If I was... See, a lot of those injuries, they're coming back. Mm-hmm. So if he can stay above water, you know... He might not be somebody, the 3-6 game, this 3rd seed, because that's how it does. The 3rd seed has to play the 6th seed, which is the last person in.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, the last person in is the hottest team in the league. So, Clayton, there's still hope for you, dumpster man.
And so, although we never established this like as a hard and fast rule,
yes.
The
public service announcement number 2, fellas.
Yeah, is don't start inactive players or have unused starting slots.
Yes, because we will start pinging you and calling you out directly if you start doing it.
Even though in this week there's a tangible reason to not do that. The integrity of the league must come first.
It has to. Remember the shield.
Mm-hmm. Protect the shield.
As you know, we had this ongoing feud with Irrelevant. And Irrelevant happened to become relevant this week by beating me. But that was okay because I had a nice little cushion. Oh, our friendly neighborhood bartender.
This segment is brought to you by the Funhouse and Derek Berger.
What's up, gentlemen? How are you?
Oh, doing pretty well, man. How are you? How was your week?
Wonderful.
Is Tom Brady getting off the schneid this week?
Oh, God. We can only pray.
Yeah, man, he needs to go home and take care of business.
We're pretty bad. Bucks are pretty bad altogether.
I think they're bouncing off the ground this week.
I hope so.
But they got. Oh, that's tonight, ain't it? Against the Ravens.
Yep.
About an hour.
Oh, against my Lamar
right.
Jackson. Uh-oh.
All right, well, I will certainly be rooting
Thank
for
you,
the
Derek.
Bucs.
You're the best.
Good.
As we were saying, it's interesting because Irrelevant became relevant this week by beating me. But it was such a slim margin. It came down to Monday night. And because the Patriots were getting their asses whooped by the fucking lowly Bears, they kept on throwing those swing passes out to that Stevenson
What a
cat.
weird game.
And he ended up just catching balls left and right. At one point, a catch. that doomed the Menace. However, since I had a nice cushion, I'm still in first place, y'all.
That's right.
And he is still irrelevant. Which brings me to my next point. We did invite Jess and Nick on the show, so we could finally put an end to this preposterous, this cover up he has for, trying to just throw me off my game, and it didn't work. But you know what? Let's roll the tape, and you'll hear for yourself.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, and we're here for a very special segment of Heat Check.
Check.
Yep, the commission and I are here. It's halftime during the Dolphins-Steelers game. And as promised, it's about the midway point in the season. And we told you after week 2 that we were going to check back in with Nick Baranowski, owner of Ill One Fifth, and see how some of those points of contention that we brought up back then are doing.
So, yes, I do believe Wesley Thomas made a proclamation that Nick did have the worst roster in the league, and the reason why I said that was because he has Cooper Kupp, who, in my knowledge, since been in the real league, has never, ever taken any of our league owners to a championship.
Nick, good evening.
First of all, I'd like to say thanks for having me on. I appreciate that. It's good to be here again to check back in with everybody, and I'd be happy to address these issues. Now, I got a stat sheet right here in front of me. Thank you, courtesy of Clayton. These are...
Remember the source, everybody.
I just did the math on them. I ran the numbers on the stats, and the stats are accurate. Thank you, Clayton, for providing these. And we're going to, just to let everybody know, we're not including stats from today's games. So this is up to week 6. I'm going to just quick here try to pull something up. We're going to look at McCaffrey, 6 games in, a total of 118 yards.
Fantasy points?
For fantasy, or I'm sorry, 118 fantasy points. Thank you. Now, just give me 1 second to pull up Cooper Kupp here, and I'm looking at 148.8. So, quite literally, almost 30 points.
And blah, 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 blah. The point is, it's wins and losses, right? You only have 3 wins as of the taping of the show.
As of mid-season.
And the one who has McCaffrey has 5 wins. If it's all about wins and losses, cuz, where's that leave you?
Well, again, I'd like to say it's all about the numbers, as I said, not wins and losses. And when it comes
Check
to the
tape.
numbers, we will check tape. And if we'd like to check tape again, I'll be more than happy to refer to the stats here in front of me that are saying, Kupp's been 30 points ahead right now than McCaffrey, and that's a lot to catch up on mid-season, I think, especially after McCaffrey was just recently traded in other news. So how he's going to actually be utilized on the new team right away for Week 8, Week 9 is yet to be determined. So again, I stand behind my decision with Kupp. I'm confident in it, and I think we're going to come out of this season probably about 60 to 70 points ahead of McCaffrey. And you can mark that down because you heard it here first.
But will that translate into wins?
I have a question. Who has McCaffrey in our league?
That would be Mystery Man himself.
What have we been saying about the mystery man, Brian Howells, of recent weeks?
He has not been playing people who actually have good games.
So perhaps that success is not entirely due to that decision.
Right.
Well, we do understand that now that McCaffrey is playing for the offensive-minded guru himself, Shanahan. I have a feeling...
On a 4-person committee backfield.
I think a lot of those guys are going to be... I think a lot of those 49ers running backs are going to end up on the waiver wires because if you have McCaffrey, he's going to be your featured back.
Now, I got to step in and I got to agree with him on that. McCaffrey's coming over. He's obviously going to take a spotlight. But when that happens is yet to be determined. It could be week 8, maybe not. You got a lot of plays to work out with the new team.
Yeah, he had a couple plays today.
Sure.
He's out on the field today. Give him one more week.
But
When's the bye week?
That's another week that Cooper Kupp's going to start chalking up numbers.
Well, guess what? Next week we get to see because guess what? The Rams play the 49ers next week at the 4:25 game. And it just so happens after the Eagles whoop up on the Steelers next week at 1 o'clock. and then we'll watch that game together.
Go Birds.
We'll watch that game together if
Birds.
our other guest allows it.
In light of those comments you just made there, Commissioner, perhaps we should transition to perhaps the more incendiary topic here. And at this point, I'd like to introduce our other guest, that being Jess Gross. Jess, how are you doing this evening?
Gross
I'm good. How are you doing?
Great. And of course, you're here because I'm sure, no doubt, you heard the tape from week 2 and the various allegations surrounding conduct during the
Gross
draft.
misconduct.
No pun intended, or was it?
Definitely
What was
intended.
it? We're just trying to set the record straight, is all. And I think we're going to do that here today.
Yeah, so we brought Jess on to kind of tell her side of the story, as it were. So, Jess, why don't you regale us with your recollections?
Okay, so that evening, Nick, my boyfriend, had told me, like, oh, you know, I'm going to go do the Fantasy League draft, and I was just expecting it to kind of be a little boring. So that evening, Nick said, you know, he's going to go do the fantasy draft,
And I did say, if I can interject, Jess, real quick, if you can confirm for me, I did say I would be glued to my phone the entire evening and not be available.
yes,
Okay.
absolutely. So what did I do? I got nice and drunk for it, because I was like, hey, I want to hang around, you know.
Problem number one.
Maybe being a little drunk will help me enjoy it a little bit more.
Problem number one.
I'm sitting over there with Nick, and, you know, I tried saying a few things, and he kind of just brushed me off. You know, he
No
did it.
offense.
Yeah, no, I know. So then I was kind of like, he's boring me right now. So what did I want to do? I got up, and I see Mr. Brian Kenton over there with Brian Howells. Brian Kenton had his laptop up, and Nick goes to me, Jess, don't go over there.
Could you say that one more
And-
time in case somebody didn't catch that? What did I say again?
Nick said, Jess, I wouldn't go over there.
Okay.
And, you know, me, I'm like, fuck it, I do what I want, you know?
Well, exactly my point. The reverse psychology.
I believe-
You knew that was happening, and so you sent her over there. Anyway, go ahead, Jess. Thank you.
As things were coming to an end, Nick comes over and he's talking to me. I couldn't tell you a single word that was on Brian's laptop because I wasn't really paying attention. I don't know what any of this means, so I was kind of just like,
What were your main intentions to go over there? Just because you were bored, right? Not to
Yeah.
sabotage anything.
just to hang out because
Right.
you were so intent on what you were doing.
And despite me
and
saying
you were
that
kind of
we were
boring
all
me,
going to be
so I left.
involved, you still didn't understand the full weight of that because you just didn't know, right?
I see how
Like-
this works.
Yeah, I just kind of up and left.
I
I
see.
was like,
Right.
hey, bye.
Right. So
I'm
I
gonna
tried to
go,
warn you. I tried to tell you.
So
but
in the legal world, this would be called leading the witness. Everybody, stop leading the witness. I know it's your girlfriend and all, but stop. She got a mind of her own and some mouth. Let her talk. Why you gotta lead the witness?
I'm just lubricating the gears. Is
So,
all.
so the it seems that the issue here at question is: did Nick knowingly tell Jess not to go over there specifically because he knew that she would do the opposite of what he said? And to get to the bottom of that, I'd have to ask for some precedent. Basically, is that a pattern of behavior?
For me, or
Is
you
that
asking
is
me?
that something that regularly happens where Nick, you say, Jess, do this, or I prefer you do that, or whatever, and she pointedly does the opposite of that?
Yes,
thing?
our
I-
audience members would like to
Well,
know.
I'd like to hear from Jess here. Like,
Okay.
okay.
how do you feel about that in the general context of the relationship dynamic?
Yeah, no, I feel like, you know, we come to a good compromise when it comes to things, but I feel like I was drunk and I, no offense, could give two shits less about the fantasy. So I was kind of like, I just want to socialize and beep bop around. That was my intention. I was just trying to have some fun, that's all.
And if I could just also just chime in real quick there on that. What you're describing, that type of behavior, is very manipulative, and that's not something I'm about. So I just like to go.
Oh, really?
I'd like to go on record and say that thought hadn't even crossed my mind to flip the script or manipulate anybody's reverse psychology. The only thing I was concerned about is making sure that my girlfriend was comfortable and felt like she could do whatever she wanted to do on her own accord.
Okay, well,
I think we've said enough.
I'm not
and it's
sure
up to
that
the
we've
viewers.
necessarily resolved
No,
anything.
it's up to the audience to decide.
But we did at this point. I think we have all the evidence necessary to submit.
It's all about the court of public opinion.
We have
You're
enough.
right.
We have enough to submit. I agree with you there, Danno, and I appreciate you having us on. And again, if I think there's any concerns, I'd be more than happy to come on again
will
to
happen.
I have a
address.
sneaking suspicion
to
we haven't
address-
heard the last of this.
Yeah, because what's going to
address
happen
it.
when this eventual Facebook page gets up?
Well, here's the thing.
The first thing that's going up is a poll.
I'm a fan of-
We'll poll the owners to see
And that's
who
fine.
believes who.
I'm confident that the people will follow their hearts and what's right. And also, I'd just like to state that I am fully transparent. So if anybody has any questions or concerns about the situation, I'm here to talk about it and set the record straight.
And with that,
Yeah. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you.
Thank you, of course, Jess. Really nice to have you on and hear your side of things.
Thank you.
and we have a new segment called Gross Misconduct.
That's good.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I gotta go on record.
That was
That's
clever,
good.
though. I
That's
appreciate
good.
it.
All right. Well, cheers,
guys.
guys.
Hey.
Nice to know you. Thank you.
You've heard both sides of the argument. Now it's up to the Court of Public Appeals.
Yep.
And we'll just leave it at that. One thing we forgot to mention, old Mark, if you remember, made a little preposterous. Is that the right word, by the way?
Probably.
But just unfathomable bet.
Oh,
with
your
me.
little side bet.
Yeah, where he said that DeAndre Hopkins will be inactive by week 11
Via injury.
via injury.
Right.
So I put $10 in and said, took the under, or no, took the over.
Well,
Yeah.
To exactly say what this is, Westy is betting that Hopkins will be healthy until at least one snap into week 11.
Yes. Whatever happens after that one snap, I don't give a shit. I get my
Right.
$20. What happens if Mark sends somebody out there while they're all standing for
If he
that
gets
snap,
Nancy Kerrigan?
and he gets nailed before the snap? I know Mark has some
If
people.
he sends what is it, Jeff Galooly
He's got some people,
out there,
man.
are we dating ourselves with this reference? I am. We got to hit game of the week. We'll recap, of course. Although my Steelers lost, I did lay Buka down for the 3 count on Sunday, and I also got the win in fantasy as FWO pulled out a low-scoring snoozer of a game over FX, and the under hit. Neither of us broke 100 points in that one, so I got lucky that it was him I was playing. To preview this week's game of the week, which is I think going to be a lot of fun.
It is.
It is the Battle of the Burgers, or as Mark more accurately put it, the meat check.
Meat check. That's a good one.
Between Mark and Lorenzo, potentially to decide the new 12th place position in the league.
I'm gonna grab my dick.
I love how you said that right when I started recording. Lorenzo Bubba here, occupying at the moment the 12th spot in the league. Lorenzo, how you doing, man? We haven't heard it on your podcast yet.
It's because I thought I was gonna lose. But apparently I'm 2 weeks strong, and Dion is toast this week.
Oh yeah, you're definitely looking good so far tonight. Well, are you excited to eat that burger?
If I have to. I think I'm just gonna eat it anyway.
Mark, of course, like he's, and I always talk shit about the app's like whole projection thing, but it thinks he's going to crawl back up to 7th. And he's, of course, had some very strong weeks, as you yourself know. And I don't know.
He scores a lot of
His
points.
team's capable of going up.
He
and
scores a lot of points.
He might be able to claw his way back up there.
And he did a great move, which I'm surprised more of us didn't try to do this earlier. But hey, man, I know I've been one who rips on this dude. I've been ripping on him since he came out. Dude, Danny Jones.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on him. And Mark just picked him up.
The Dimes is
And
making bills.
The Giants are here to stay. I hate to tell you, Clayton, and the rest of the Eagles fans, Giants are here to stay.
So here's the funny thing, though, that as of this recording, Lorenzo is actually very slightly favored over Mark. And I
Wow.
think a big reason for that is there was some news today that Zeke Elliott is hurt.
Ooh.
And that means Tony Pollard, who I tried to pick up off the wire, probably all of us did.
I didn't try.
But Lorenzo got him. He's starting. That definitely, that's probably good for like
Did
an
the Cowboys
extra
have?
6 points. Well, I don't know. Is there anything else you wanted to hit here, Kamish?
I don't know. I think we covered a lot of good shit this
Yeah,
week.
we
And,
brought you guys a lot of the fun that was had on Sunday.
I think I don't know about you guys, but Sunday kind of was exhausting in a good way. It was very there was a lot going into Sunday. And this weekend, this past weekend, and now we're going into this week in which, as I always say, don't be a clown this close to Halloween.
And it's real close to Halloween.
It's really close. So with that, I don't know.
Yeah.
We did plug our beautiful thank you to Big Time.
Yes.
For
and Mrs. Big Time,
Mrs.
Melissa.
Big Time herself.
Yes.
We have official.
I'll put a picture
check.
of this.
What do you call these things now? Tumblers?
It's a travel mug.
Travel tumblers, whatever.
Something.
Eskimo. I don't
Yeah.
know, but it's beautiful taking
We have
Shell's
actual
design
Yeah.
and putting it on this mug, and it goes in dark and all. But we'll take pictures and show it, but you'll see them in person at one point. But with that, yes. So thank you, Mark. This was a pleasant surprise the other day. It's awesome. It's humbling. It still means that Menace is still gonna whoop your ass. With that, everybody.
All right.
Have a great week.
All right. Good luck in the game. See you next week.
Cheers.
Cheers.